Alright guys, we're coming back, and let's see how well this date works. Have you ever, seized a heart before? In more than one way, yes. Even though she flashes me a cheeky grin, I can tell she doesn't mean in battle. I wonder who in the galaxy is strong enough to grab her attention. A strange twinge twists in my stomach, tongue twister, and imagining her chasing after someone else isn't as relieving as I thought it'd be. Her words echo in my head. Jealousy is only for those who are weak. I smile wiry. I guess I'm weak then. Though I tilt her head. Regardless of who has had my attention before, that hardly matters now, does it? Whether or not they were worthy is another matter altogether, since at the moment, her arm brushes against mine. As always, her skin is hot to the touch, but despite that, she still manages to send a chill through my body. It's your heart I've been wrestling to seize. If humans weren't so confusing, I might have made a better headway, but I claim this date as progress on my route to glorious victory. I wonder what other victories I'll lay in my hands soon. Ooh. I don't mean to, but I stop in my tracks. Somewhere deep inside, a feeling of abject disbelief bubbles to the surface. To say that Kin doesn't have a sense of coyness about her at times would be true, but somehow she seems much more forward than I've ever seen her. Is something wrong? She stops suddenly herself a few steps in front of me. Why would there be? You seem different. I'm not. She says too quickly for me to believe her, but I can't exactly call her a liar to her face. Hey, make her laugh. Are you sure? Because you're looking kind of blue. She's trying to me look at me like I'm always this color. Oh, I laugh weakly. Right. I forgot that Nia's humor is a little different from mine. Plus, I'm sure the fact that she's always hears me through MEL translator doesn't help. I try to think of something else, but she's already looking at me with a mildly curious expression. My mood does not change my skin color either, though I can't say the same for you. Suddenly she leans forward, too close to my face, her hypnotic eyes sharp as glowing beacons in the darkness. I can feel the heat of her skin as I stumble back a few steps, caught off guard. Ah, there it is! Too bad humans don't come in orange. You definitely looked good at my side. I don't know how effective that was, but maybe there really isn't anything wrong with her. I push down the nagging feeling and will my blush away. James, I have a question. When you stargaze, shouldn't the sky be clear? I look up. I completely forgot about to check the weather. It's not overcast, but it is windy. The clouds blustering by solidly with little way to effectively see through them. Oh. Noe lets out a carefree laugh, then gazes at me solemnly. I like dates very much. With the way she looks at me when she says it, I'm finding it very hard to disagree. We sit on walking around the park, chatting. When I get tired, okay, when I get tired. She humors me and sits down beside me on the bench. When we get tired, okay, when I get tired. Wait, is this the same bench? Huh? I think this is the bench I saw you sitting at before. Don't you remember? It was the day you were harassed by that anti-alien lady. Oh, the one I should have vaporized. We share a grin. This is the same one. Whenever you say to meet you at the park, I automatically think of this place. I was on Earth a long time before I met, but it's funny how all my most cherished Earth memories are linked to you. She scoots closer to me, then leans her body into my chest. One of her ears brushes gently against my cheek, and I relax as Noya, ever-present body heat washes over me. It feels good sending alarm bells through me. This is wrong. I completely forgot the point of calling her out like this. It wasn't so I could enjoy her company or waste her time. It was so I could finally... Kitten, wait. I have something to tell you. She glances up at me. The angle of her face making her eyes seem huge, cat-like. Yes? This is wrong because I'm a fraud. I swallow hard, willing my hands not to shake. She seems to sense something is wrong and lowers her head, nuzzling my chin lightly. Like a supremely cat-like matter, it's oddly comforting. You don't have to tell me what it is right now. I trust you. I know she's trying to be comforting, but the sinking feeling in my chest only makes me feel colder. For a brief moment, I feel a flare of jealousy, or maybe self-loathing, I can't be sure. Noya, no matter what she did, whether it was wrong or right, or whatever moral compass she followed, She did so freely, without lying, without self-deception, without shame. I could only wish that I were so brave. I wish this could last forever. Me too. I let a light laugh. Sounds false even to me. Are you planning on leaving? What would make you think of such a thing? I was speaking of the evening, not of our relationship. Oh, that makes sense. What time is it? Now? The little robot thing speaks. It is the second hour of the day. Wait, 2 a.m. already? I sit up, pulling away. Your sister. Yeah, I have to go. I'm so sorry. Can I? Because they're asking if I can walk her somewhere, but having MEL there to teleport her makes my question moot. It's not like I can walk her into space. You can return without me. I would like to be alone for a little while in this park space. Earth's floral is still so alien to me. Even the smells are foreign. It's lovely. She sits up and looks at me. We're both standing in unison. Her low, warm voice wraps around me. Good night, James. I don't know what I should do. Kiss her goodnight? But we've never kissed. Handshakes? If that was her, I'd break my hand. That's a terrible way to end a day. Hug? But she sits back, and I instantly do. I drop my arms quickly. Oh, she didn't say that. Giving a quick two-finger wave, I turn to walk back to my car, a thicker cloud of dread looming even over than before. This is officially shits from if it blows over into my face to when it blows up in my face. I sit in the car and stare at her for a moment, feeling the sourness of a lost opportunity to fix this mess. It takes a few minutes before I can pull away. Well, I'm still lying to my kinda sorta alien girlfriend. Damn it. I lay in my bed, staring at the ceiling. It's the middle of the night, so of course, it's dead silent. The abject silence of the apartment doesn't mean that May's asleep, though. I reach for my phone to send her a text. Hey, are you awake? The reply is instantaneous. Yeah, what is it? I have something to tell you. Tell away, bro. My fingers hover over the keyboard. I have to tell her about Noya. Part of me wonders what the point is, since Noya will probably break up with me sometime soon. But the other half? Maybe I'm still holding out the hope that of salvaging something. What if I told you I had a girlfriend? It doesn't even take a full 30 seconds for her to reply. I'd say, duh. Huh? I start to reply, but quickly delete the draft. No, this isn't the kind of conversation that should be text. When I call her, she picks up immediately. What do you mean? When you said, duh. Only someone who's completely obtuse, or at least someone who doesn't know you as well as I do, would notice. I admit it took me a little while to catch on since you're kind of hard to read, but one little thing gave you away. I try to narrow it down, but nothing comes to mind. Was it Super Sleuth? It's easy to notice that you spend way more time getting dressed than usual. And not only that, but sometimes you get weird moods where you mutter to yourself. Work never made you do that. Don't let me start on all those weird presents that started showing up. I told you. Yeah, I know what you told me, but lying is a thing that just so you know. My friends and I have been trying to figure out who it as soon as we came home with that crazy looking bouquet. We couldn't figure out where they were from, but Nis said whoever gave them to you is a total off-world big shot. Try the heir to the emperor of off-world big shots. The name catches me off guard. Nis? Isn't that a Neon name? Nis is... So now you've got an alien experts for friends? Dude, he's not an alien. Ness was born here. His family have been on Earth for decades. Anyway, I'm guessing you're telling me now because you want to help with your super secret girlfriend, or should I say secret super girlfriend? I massaged the bridge of my nose, not bothering to correct her, explaining about Noya and not having powers that only confuse her. That was my attention, but you know what? Fuck it, ask for help. I crumble. Yeah, I need your help. Okay, lay it on me. What's going on? I take a deep breath. I started dating this girl, and not for the best reasons. She seems startled because she doesn't respond for several seconds, which are... My mind scrambles for something. Even if she seems cool about this, I can't really tell her about Noya. She's beautiful, and you can say she's kind of well off. So that explains the gifts. I never imagined my brother was a gold digger. The dry sarcasm of my sister's voice makes me feel shockingly small. It's clear she's unhappy with me, so she isn't pulling any punches. May, no, go on. This is an enlightening experience. I feel like I'm learning so much about you. So now May thinks I'm a jerk. Great. And worse, the realization dawns on me. Maybe I am a jerk, you aren't. I feel like I should tell you the truth. Things are kind of different now. Different how? Different as in you like her? Well, as a person at the very least. But do you like her? I don't respond. Maybe because I can't. Fine, whatever. Silence, McGee. If you know my opinion, I say don't tell her. What? Huh? Really? My suggestion is surprising. I mean, let's be real. Everyone says stuff like, well, if my significant other was lying to me, I would want to know the truth, and like, whoop-de-doo for them. Me, personally, I wouldn't want to know, especially since you don't feel the way you used to. If you don't like her, then I'd consider telling her for her sake. Mainly so she can dump your sorry butt. My mind flashes how intensely she pursued me before I agreed to date her. I have a feeling that if I didn't tell her, she wouldn't be dumping me anytime soon. May's cheerful voice crowds in my ear. Don't be so sure. Now, I have to go. A toner is hosting the Natural Olympics live stream in Lagos. I sigh. Alright, don't stay up too late. Well, hang up. She's only a room away, but the conversation has me thinking. When did she get so big? Maybe she doesn't need me so much after all. Despite being unable to sleep, I shut my eyes. Somebody looks restless. I glance at Hannah. She's only been back a week and I miss my freedom. I don't miss doing all that baking by myself though. That reminds me, I still need to get her a thank you gift. I'm always like this. Yeah, right, I wasn't gone that long. Before I was shocked if you blinked once an hour. Today I've seen so many emotions on your face that it's creeping me out. Way too many Invasion of the Body Snatcher vibes. I lift a shoulder. Is it your girlfriend? I don't reply, knowing she's just baiting. Or batting. Catherine would never have told her. And she's right. But still. I haven't heard from Noya at all lately. It's worrying. Hannah waits for me to speak, but I stare longingly at the display window instead, sighing for probably the 100th time. Hannah lets out her own annoyed sigh. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Please do me a favor and be less lovesick when I return. She leaves me with my thoughts, which is about Noya, but not in the usual way. When are you going to call me? It's been almost a week and I haven't heard from her. Not only that, but my own calls have gone completely unanswered. An ominous feeling spreads through my body. Don't tell me she knows and she's avoiding me. I shake my head. There's no way. She's much too direct for that. I glance at my phone. It doesn't even get a chance to complete a single ring before I answer the call. Noya, where have you been? What's going on? Why haven't you? James, I'm sorry, I know you're at work, but we need to talk. Her tone and her voice. Something's wrong. I put on my coat and my apron just in time to see Hannah walk back in the shop. You're doing this again? But I need to pick up the triplets for daycare. I'm sorry, Hannah, but I'll be back in time to close, I swear. Hannah crosses her arms. James, if you leave, I'm going to tell Mom. I just can't allow this to go on. It's bad for business. Ken's voice sounds small through my phone speaker. James? I turn to leave. James! I'm sorry, Hannah. I press the phone to my ear. Text me where you are. I'll be right there. I hear Hannah's yell after me. I go, you better be back in 1 hour, Zhang. Do you hear me? And tomorrow I want an explanation. I give a 2-finger wave as I run out the shop. When I show up at the park, she is sitting on the bench looking at her feet, in a shadow of the vibrant neon I'd seen days before. The coincidence is not lost on me. This is my chance to tell her. Offered me on a silver plate. I can't mess this up, and I can't let us go a step further without saying something. Noya. I offer my hand. James, I didn't even hear you. Too bad. I looked pretty cool coming from out of my car. She starts to smile and stops. Listen, we need to talk, I know, actually. I have something to say to you, too. My heart beats loudly in my ears, and we both stare at each other, unsure of who should speak first. I clear my throat and offer my hand. Hannah should have left to pick up her nephew from daycare by now. Let's go back to the shop. I have a feeling that neither of us has time to waste for small talk. She looks at me wide-eyed and then nods. Noya stands and slips into her warm hand into mine. Noya, but I don't really think it's from the temperature. I lead her back to the car silently. I sit her down at the table and then go behind the counter. What are you doing? Making us something to drink. Usually that helps keep people calm. Or I guess keep humans a little calmer when we had to have deep talks. And consider not making Kitten something hot since she could just easily throw it at me. Then forge on. It'll be fine. Probably. 2 mugs in hand, I slide one towards her and sit across from her. She looks down at the cup, then sniffs it gingerly. It's called a mocha. It's coffee and chocolate mixed together. I see. She doesn't seem like she sees it all. Thank you. I nod, taking a shallow slip from my mug, then force myself to look up into Noya's eyes. As soon as we make eye contact, she stirs. James, Noya, wait. I hate to interrupt you, but I feel like there's one of those times where I should go first. I don't think I can let this go on even a little longer with this hanging over our heads. You've always been honest with me, good and bad. Even before we started dating, you told me the truth, so I want to be honest with you for once. My heart beats so loud in my ears I can hardly squeeze the word out. I take a deep breath. I really like you, Noya. Her face turns to straight blue. In fact, the heat rolls off her like a furnace. Her eyes don't look like they can get any wider. I panic slightly, reaching for a hand and then jerk away because of the heat. Ouch! Oh, are you? No, it's fine. I rush over to the sink, keeping my hand in cold water. I have to say something before she misunderstands. My back to her, continue. You're an amazing woman, and I think I will always appreciate how close we are. In fact, it's because I care about you now that I have to confess something to you. Something that might hurt you. I can't see your face, but when I glance behind the sink, Noya stares at me, her expression caught between happy and confused. I'm listening. Honestly, I entered this relationship for the wrong reasons. I thought if we were dated, that somehow you can ask for King Chaos to somehow change the universe, and... She looks at me expectantly, but I drop my gaze to the hot chocolate. And what? Bring my parents back. I know that you chose me because you genuinely liked me, even though you could have your pick of the universe, literally, and I can't keep lying to you when you've been so good to me. The truth is, I didn't agree to date you because I liked you back, because I hoped that you would help me. I forced myself to look at her and watch her expression slip between a mask. Considering how open she has been with me, the flat expression seems unnatural somehow. She looks at me though, then doesn't look at me. Her voice is flat. Why did you tell me this? Because I don't want to lie to you anymore. Because I want to be close to you for real. Even if it's not romantic like you wanted us to be. She doesn't say anything, but as I wait uncomfortably, I feel myself starting to sweat. At first slightly, then heavily, wetness beating on my forehead. There's nowhere else the heat coming from. Noya is like a furnace. The first one I hear is Mel's. Princess, your anger level will alert the humans of your presence. It is recommended that you elate yourself immediately. This is your first warning. Bad sign. I reach out to touch her again, then both of us jerk away. I pull back to avoid getting burned again, but I don't know why she does. So her frozen expression gives me an inkling. Ken, listen to me. I didn't tell you this to hurt you. I told you because I want to turn over a new page in our relationship. She stands abruptly. Daddy was right. He told me you would betray me, and he was right all along. My stomach sinks. I turn off the water to go to the table. There's no way she's going to forgive me. How could you do this? The heat around her gets hotter. Noya, please calm down. Why should I? Princess, your anger levels will alert the humans to your presence. It is recommended that you elate yourself immediately. This is your second warning. Noya, please. She squeezes her eyes tightly, standing abruptly with her fist clenched. You know, I called you because I want to tell you that I'm leaving. What? The invasion is ending, and Daddy says, well, he says that we're leaving the Earth. This is supposed to be my last week here, and I wanted... Her eyes shine as she looks down at me. I just wanted my last days on this planet to be good ones, but then you decided to ruin it with your honesty. She trailed off. I've always found it bizarre that you humans are so obsessed with what you call good and condemning all else that is as evil, and yet for you to plot something so cruel is just... Truly, I never understood that obsession, but I get it now. Unlike the Neans, you are really battling against your own wicked nature, all while condemning us for living honorably. Wordlessly, she touches my chest with a single accusing finger. It's so hot that it feels like she's touching my skin directly. When she finally drops her hand, the spot of my chest hurts, as though she burned the shape deeper into my skin. Thank you, James, for this lesson. Now I can see your humans for what you really are. I swallow hard, scrambling for something positive to say. No, at least, did you enjoy your time with me, even a little? She doesn't answer, shutting her eyes again. She doesn't open them again till the room cools down completely. This is what's going to happen. I'll return your parents to you because of the nature of our relationship. As Mike claimed, it is not strange for me to give you at least a final favor as a token of my... She trails off, looking pained. I stand, but she holds up a hand as if to signal she's not quite done with me yet. I will revoke my claim on your heart, not that I've ever had it in the first place. Her voice is quiet. With Daddy's help, you will be totally erased from my mind, never to see me again and completely unaware of my existence. I won't remember you? She gives me a look, half pained and half pitying. We are changing reality, James, and if I am so easily thrown away, then I don't want to remember you either. She gives me a long, lingering stare. I open my mouth and close it. Seemingly disappointed in me, she steps away. You know, I was starting to... Malia trails off. A last reflexive wave of heat rolling off her. Never mind. Mel, I need to speak with Daddy. Transport me. Yes, Princess. Malia starts to glow, the telltale sound she does so ringing through the room. In moments, she'll be puff of silver smoke. I reach out wanting to say something, anything, but no words come to mind. She stares, waiting for a moment before finally shaking her head. You didn't even say thank you. I turn towards the voice in the room, but there's no one. Huh? I look from the pastry shop, confused. Someone walked out of the back room, then a little shout of surprise. What? I thought I locked the door. Excuse me, but sir, we're closed. Even if you are a teleporter, it's not right to enter the shop after hours. What am I doing in a pastry shop? I'm not a teleporter, I'm not even sure how I got here. The shopkeeper looks at me strangely. I peer at his name tag. Arthur. Never heard of him. I'm sorry, I didn't really know how either. I'll just excuse myself. Have I been here all night? Mom and Dad must be worried sick. I exit the shop under the stranger's wary eye, and I step out into the street. I don't know why, but the sun that rises over Q's skyline seems strangely alien. Ah, bad ending. Forgotten universe. Son of a bitch, I got a bad ending. Oops. Well, damn it, I don't know how to fix that, but oh well. I'll see what I'll play as a different character, maybe I can get a good ending. Yeah, I'll try playing as Noya. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!